Welcome all. So this video we are going to continue the topic error spotting. Like I told you, let's start off with a subject-verb agreement. Yes, in every sentence you have a subject and a predicate, right? So your subject should agree with the verb. If your subject is singular, your verb should be singular. If your subject is plural, the verb should be plural. And in few cases, like we already saw, certain rules are there, right? Where your subject can be singular, but still it can take a plural noun, and your subject can be plural, but still it can take a singular noun. So that is the, those are the exceptions that we need to be sure of, okay? Now let's continue. So here we have an example. Either you or me is reading the book. So here you can see that both are in the singular form. So what happens? Your verb is also in the singular form only. Next, either you or your friends. So what happens? Your second part of your subject is a plural form. So hence you take the plural verb are. Third, a number of colorful glass vases were displayed in the store window. So this is in the past tense. So it takes a plural verb, W-E-R-E, were, because your subject, okay, your subject is in the plural form, right? Next, it is your parallelism. Yeah, what is the next thing that we are going to see? Parallelism. So what is parallelism? So parallelism means the different words in the sentence performing the same function should be in the same format, okay? So there are different words, that is verbs also you can take. So she likes to read, draw and singing. So we are talking about one subject only, which is she. So how should all your verb be? It should all be in the same format, either reading, drawing and singing, or it should be read, draw and sing, okay? So that is why we have corrected to she likes to read, draw and sing. Yes? Next, tautology error. So what is a tautology error? So using the words having the same meaning coming together in a sentence. For example, see, adequate also means enough, and enough is also repeated along with adequate. So hence your sentence could be it was enough or it was adequate. Both the words with the same meaning should not come in a sentence together. That is what we call it as a tautological error. Next, reverts back for clarification. So revert is also something to come back, and you have again the word back. So it is either get back for clarifications or revert for clarifications. So these kind of errors are called as a tautology error. Modifiers. So modifier is any word or phrase which modifies the subject, okay? The modifier has to be placed next to the subject it modifies. So you have to place that particular phrase to where it is going to modify the sentence. Let's have an example look. Covered in mud, Mark helped the puppy, okay? So we do not know who is covered in mud, whether Mark is covered in mud or the puppy is covered in mud. So it becomes a confusion. So where should this modifier be? So what is the modifier here? Covered in mud is the modifier. So covered in mud, the puppy was helped by Mark. So can you see? So it has to be placed near the subject that it is talking about. If not, the entire meaning of the sentence might change. So this is called as a modifier error. Next, spelling errors. Yes. So like I already told you when we introduced about this video, you have to be confident with your spelling, right? So the next is your diction. So what is diction? Is the right words, okay? I love the seashore experience. So what happens? Can you see? This is an error. So what is the right spelling of see? S-E-A. So see is to look. So just because it sounds the same, you cannot fit in this particular sentence. So you have to look out for the diction-based errors also. Next, logical error. We discussed about the problem. We discussed the problem. So it is not necessary that you have to use too many words. So you have to look if there are unnecessary words that are being used. So about is not necessary there. We discuss the problem itself conveys the meaning. So this is called as a logical error. Next, one of the main topics where you will find errors a lot. It is with respect to your tenses. So let us deal about the tenses in detail over here. So what are the broader classification of tenses? First is your present tense, then is your past tense, and then is your future tense. Okay, so 3 tenses are very important. So now among each tense we have few classifications, right? For example, your present tense is classified as simple present, okay, present perfect, present continuous, and present perfect continuous. Okay, so every tense is divided into 4 types as subcategories. So now let's see about every tense in detail. So first we are dealing with simple tense, and in simple tense we are first going to see about the simple present tense. So in your simple present tense there are 2 different categories, that is your singular and your plural, right? For singular, in a sentence you will have a subject, a verb, and the verb will be in a S or ES format plus an object. So let us consider this sentence. The boy sings a song. Okay. So what happens? The boy sings a song. So boy is a subject. And which form is your subject in? Singular form. So how will your verb be? Your verb should end with S or ES. So sing is your verb. So what happens when S is added? It becomes sings a song. Similarly in plural you just see, it will be the subject plus your verb plus the object. Here the girls sing a song. So the girls, this is in the plural form, sing. Your verb is just the verb format itself plus a song, which is your object. Present continuous. So in present continuous, your verb, yes, your verb will be in the ing form. And if it is singular, it will be is or am. If it's plural, it will be are. So she is eating food. So you can see that she is your subject, is your to be form of verb, eating. The verb is in the ing form and your object. If this was in your plural, what would have happened? They are eating food. So this is all about your present continuous. So continuous means ing form of the verb is very important. Next, present perfect tense. So present perfect tense, again you have singular and plural. So you have subject. Instead of is, you will have has. And the verb will be in your third form. Which is your third form? Your verb will add, okay, the verb will have the ed form, okay, which is your past form, plus the object. So he has cleaned the utensils, okay. So when it comes to your plural, what happens? They have, like here you use has, here we will be using have, that is all. So he has cleaned the utensils, they have cleaned the utensils, but the form of the verb will remain the same. Next, present perfect continuous tense. So what happens with your present perfect continuous tense? So here, along with has, which is your perfect, it is has. But in continuous, it will become has been plus your verb will be in the ing form. So you can see she has been practicing. So has been is there and practice is your verb, right? Practice is your verb. So practice becomes practicing since morning, right? Here in your plural, what is happening? Has been becomes have been, that is all. Apart from that, your verb is in the ing form, no change. Next is your simple past tense. So simple past tense. So now we've come up to the past tense. Okay, in that your first category is a simple past. So what happens? Your verb is in the second form, okay, which is run is your first form. So ran is your second form, okay. So this is your second form of verb. So he ran away, okay. So this is the simple past tense. Past continuous. So what will happen in your past continuous? The verb will be in your ing form, and like in present we had has, here we will be having was. Has was present, was past. So he was running, okay, or she was going shopping. So can you see? She was going shopping. Next, here when it comes to plural, was will become were. So there what happened? Your has become have. Here was becomes were in your past. Next, past perfect tense. You have had over here, okay? So subject plus had and the third form. Yes? So whereas when you saw your present perfect tense, so here you can see that it is in the has plus the verb will be your third form. But here it is had plus the third form. See, Sumit had left the job. Past perfect continuous tense. So this is had been. Subject plus had been plus your verb in the ing form. Okay. So you can see that they had been preparing for their performance for 2 months. So you remember for came and the duration you see it's 2 months. But previous sentence you came across since morning. So specific point of time is since and for means it is a duration. Okay. So simple future tense. Now we are moving on to the future tense. So simple future tense. So what is it? I will. So in your future, it is about your will and shall. So I will visit my uncle tomorrow. Okay, so this is your simple future tense. Next, what happens to your future continuous tense? Will or shall, because the verb will be in the ing form. I shall be going to the market tomorrow. So go becomes going. Next, future perfect tense. I will have, and it's a third form. Okay. So I shall have prepared the notes by tomorrow morning, or I shall have left for the meeting by tomorrow morning. Future perfect continuous tense. So your subject plus will have been. So this is very important. Will have been plus your verb in the ing form. So she will have been working here since 2015, right? So these are your examples for tenses. Yes, the rules of your tenses. So once we are done with this, once we are sure with this, we are very clear, right, as to how we have to find the errors, and we'll know where the errors are. And most of your errors will come under your tenses, right? So you need to be very, very strong with that. So I hope this video helped you in understanding this topic better. So the next video we will be solving few questions related to this topic. Thank you.